Irashaimase konbanwa. Oname wa Andy desu. Watashi wa America Jin Mangaka. Today we're going to talk about Dojinshi comics. Dojinshi is a very special thing that Japan has and no one else has. I was there in October. I went to Japan for 2 weeks, and one of my missions, I had a big suitcase just to bring back comics, was to find Dojinshi comics. Dojinshi is a kind of amateur fan fiction. It is totally legal because it's done in small print runs, and it is basically doing fanfic that you want to do, graphic novel form, or in kind of just sketches and drawings and that kind of stuff. It's basically what Comic-Con is, but legal. If you've been to the comic conventions, it's totally like fanfic and mashups and stuff. That's what Dojinshi is, but they actually publish them. It's done usually by semi-professional to like amateur, so young artists, and they take favorite characters. It could be like Lone Wolf and Cub, Crying Freeman, Akira. It could be Evangelion. It could be Western stuff, Disney, Spider-Man, Superman, wrestling, whatever you want. So one of my missions was with my big suitcase to get some Dojinshi, stuff that you can't get here at all. This stuff is super, it's not underground, but it's just such a small print run, you can't find it. It's hard to get. I went to places like Konokuniya, Book Off, Taco Che, Mandarake, all these like big stores, both the chains like Book Off and Mandarake, as well as Taco Che, everything to find Dojinshi. Find things that are unique to Japan, things that I could never find. There you go. Now, here's the thing with Dojinshi. Dojinshi is nowadays 90% erotica. A lot of it is erotica. A lot of it is homosexual erotica. So you might get the fanfic you'll want, but it's usually kind of porny, which is a super bummer for me because that's not really what gets me going. And I just wanted these like 80s wrestling dojinshis that were made, and I did find them, and we will cover them on this video at some point in the future on this channel. So I went to all those stores and I went for the Dojinshi. They have huge sections of Dojinshi. Here's the problem with it. You have to be able to read Japanese well. I know my alphabets. I know hiragana and katakana, but I don't know what it says. Meaning I can read it. I can like sound it out and read the word, but I don't know what the word means. So that's an issue, because if you can't read what's on the book, then that's hard. Second is it's all wrapped up. Everything is wrapped up in cellophane. So you cannot open it up and fart around and try to find something you like. So I saw tons of gay Spider-Man, gay Justice League, Batman, all that stuff. Tons of like erotic Disney and stuff like that. But that's not what I wanted. And what I did want, it was just hard to freaking find. So I even asked people, I'm like trying to talk to them, and it was a challenge. So nowadays, to get non-porn Dojinshi, good luck. Hard to find. But I did find a couple things. One is this. I love wrestling. I don't know if you guys know. I love professional wrestling and grew up with it. There is a New Japan. It's called New Japan Pro Wrestling, which is like a territory or federation in Japan. And I bought this. I was super excited. Now this was expensive. This is probably like 12 bucks or so. But this is a Dojinshi book, and it was wrapped up, so I didn't know what was in it. I thought it was a story. It's not, but we will go through this. And I'm really excited about it because this is the kind of stuff you're not gonna find. When I go back to Japan, I will be going back. This is the kind of stuff I want to look for. I want to find stuff that is just super unique, super different. I don't need to get stuff I can buy on Amazon. So let's take a look at some Dojinshi, and you can tell me what you think of it. Let's turn the camera over. Let's do this. Come on. Are you ready? Okay, everybody. So, I am excited about sharing this with you, and I love comics. You know, I know I've been doing a lot of film stuff lately, but I love comics, and I'm excited about this. If I could do a channel just on Dojinshi, I totally would. Although, like I said, it would be mainly porn, so maybe I don't want to do that. I don't know. So first off, why I knew this was right was, first off, I asked for some wrestling Dojinshi. They did give me a small section of stuff, and I do like, these are the kind of the main characters of the current wrestling federation. Like, this is the Rainmaker, this is Naito, this looks like Tanahashi. So these different different like active wrestlers right now. And so let's just kind of like turn the book over and see what's up. And as you know, of course, we're doing this Japanese style, which is from the reverse from what we're used to doing. Here it is. That's Godo. Oh, there's even some English here. Let's see here. Warning: the producer of this work, book and Dojinshi, has not permitted the following: reproduction, making of all means of copies, resale of the work. The work is done in scanning and uploading to the Wire Network. That's funny, Wire Network. The producer of this work prohibits sharing the work by the Wire Network and the resale. Right. So don't do a scan and pirate it. This is basically just one-offs, but this is extremely well printed. Like, this is the reason why it's so expensive. This was like a really nice book. In fact, look at that. Gave me a little code so I don't steal it at the store. So really nice, really nicely done. And this is basically a collection of different like fan arts, and I'm assuming from different artists. But I thought this was kind of cool, so I'm sharing it with you guys. And you did not have to go to Japan and find this. You just get this. There's the Rainmaker. I do like these little like pops. I don't know what you call this type of like cartooning where you make them big-headed and small-bodied, but it's like a thing that's been around since like maybe the 50s. Like, is Astro Boy maybe even considered something like this? But I dig it. There's Suzuki Minoru Suzuki, I think. Oh, that's Kenny Omega. I think that's Kenny Omega. If you're a wrestler, you know this stuff. Naito-san, Jericho's Typhoon. There's Jericho. Chris Jericho from the WWE. He went to Japan and wrestled a guy called Naito there. He wrestled a couple times, but that was one of them. This is cool. These are all cool drawings. I like these little sketches. Yeah, see, this is actually like just it's like a scan or a picture of some drawings. Yeah, it's probably just like some kind of collective group of people, but these are pretty fun. I would have liked this to be a story, just because that would have been fun. Shimashita Tsurushu. So I don't know what that means. I can say it, but I don't know what that word means. I have to look it up. So that's part of Japan, is like learning the letters, and you got to learn what those words are. This is cool. God, that's Grills of Destiny. That must be Fatsu or King Fale, Bad Fale, Bad Luck Fale. So that's cool. It's kind of cute. Little Copics drawings and little ink drawings, and there's Tanahashi, the champion. They're into baseball, of course, all the baseball stuff. This is cool. Pandas. There was like a big panda like celebration when I was there. There's some pandas are one of their like pandas and cats. And what other animals did we see a lot of? Just pandas and cats are like their big like totems of, animal nagual or something. As you would call it. Do not know what that is about. It's pretty fun. Pretty cool little drawing right there. Yeah, I wish I could have just I was conservative. I didn't want to just throw down a lot of money on stuff I didn't know about. So I was conservative of what I bought. Now I did buy a bunch of stuff still. I'm looking at it. I got a bunch of books. I could have got more, but the night before I left, I felt like I got what I needed. And I didn't. I had more money. I could have bought more, but I felt nah, I think I'm okay. I felt satiated with what I bought. It's going to take me years to finish all the books I got. Not including all the other books that I bought after that and before that. So I'm going to WonderCon tomorrow morning, and I might even get some more stuff there, although I'm going to try not to. WonderCon's in Anaheim here in California, which is right next to Disneyland in LA. That's kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, these are cool drawings. I like it. These would be cool for some stickers and stuff. Like one of the ideas of this is that you're a Dojinshi artist. Not something like this, because this is a collaborative thing, but you would put out a book, right? Some story of Evangelion or something. And it would be of a high quality, and you would publish it, on your own, and you would share it and sell it and such. And because of that, it's like a calling card, like most things, you would get a job. And so some of these Dojinshi artists do transfer over to being full-time mangakas, either assistants to one or their own, right? So Dojinshi is a way in which you can kind of come up and grow and learn. So it works that way. It's like a proving ground for some. That's one path. And I kind of do wish we had stuff like that here in the States, because when I was a kid, I do remember seeing some people putting out little ashcan comics of mashups of Batman and Lobo and all these characters that we knew, but they would do their own stories, and that would be their resume that they would show publishers and be like, hey, this is me, these are my pages, can I get a job? The issue, of course, comes when you start selling them, and then you're making money off other people's property, intellectual property and characters, and that's where it gets tricky, and that's where, at least in the States, we don't play with that, which I totally get. But at the same time, it would be cool because, people will buy a Batman book quicker than they would your own character. So if you're young and starting out, just do your cheesy Batman. People would buy it and see it, right? These are cool. These are actually some actual pages. There's some little story elements going on here. And the quality's pretty good all around. The styles are different, but there's no really crappy drawings in this whole thing. It's all really, really well curated. These are they're called blocks because they do a tournament in the summer called the G Classic or G1. And when they do that, they put all the wrestlers in two different blocks, and then they do the tournament style wrestling. It's pretty cool. Yeah, this is kind of a fun book. It would be neat if some of these were bigger, but then this would be 4 times as long. Oh, there's the villain. I know him. Marty Scroll. Yeah. So this is this one. We are gonna do another one. We're gonna do that 80s one that I was looking for. So I'm excited about that. So yeah. But when you like Google Dojinshi, you're gonna see a lot of like erotica stuff, and that's just what's happened. That's just the way. I don't think it's always been like that, but it is like that now. So just be forewarned about that. But other than that, you might find some fun stuff. So there you go. This is the book. So I want to thank you guys all for watching. I appreciate you guys all for doing this and supporting the channel. You know, the best way to support the channel, of course, is to like the video, subscribe, put a comment, and then go to the Patreon. You know, for $1, you can check out all my books, the movie stuff I'm working on, all these kind of creative things. That would mean a lot to me too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Matane.